today's blog. Our hot topic today is, how do you define success? How do you define success? Now listen, regardless of our beginnings, we decide and define our success, our own success. And so, some people consider success having tons of money. Others consider it having tons of material things. You have some that consider success as having a solid career, a thriving career. Some consider success having a healthy, thriving home and family life. Others think success is having a healthy mind and body. There are those that consider success having popularity and prosperity. So just being popular makes them feel as if they're successful. And then there are those who feel that success is not doing or having to do anything, and they consider that success. So again, we define and decide what our success is. I want to give you some definitions today about success, and also I think that as we are going through this blog, I believe that it's going to lift some pressure off of us as we're talking about what success is and defining and deciding what we ourselves consider as successful. It's going to alleviate some of the pressure that people feel every day in trying to live up to a standard or live up to what other people consider success. So let me read for you what Webster's dictionary defines as success. Now get this. Webster defines success as the accomplishment or of an aim or a purpose. The accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. It also defines success as the attainment of popularity or profit. Popularity or profit. And then number 3, it defines success as a person or thing that achieves desired aims or prosperity. So in order for us to know if we're succeeding, we must first understand what our motivation is and what it is that we're aiming for. That's the key, is understanding what we're aiming for, understanding what motivates us. And so questions like, what am I aiming at? What are my reasons for aiming at that? What's my purpose for what it is that I'm striving to accomplish? And so you've got to ask yourself, am I aiming at popularity? Am I aiming at tons of money? Am I aiming at prosperity? Am I aiming at having a healthy marriage? Am I aiming at having a healthy single life? Am I aiming at having healthy children? Am I aiming, or my purpose is to, build a strong business, build a strong career? What am I aiming at? And then you have to know that what you're aiming at can change at different times in your life. So when you talk about success, again, you and I define and decide what success is. So now the question begins with, do you have a relationship with success? Do you have a relationship with what you're aiming at? So I want to give you the definition of what Webster says is relationship, because we're talking about success as accomplishing what we're aiming at, accomplishing a purpose, and then having a relationship with what we're aiming at. So Webster defines relationship as the state of being connected or linked. Connected or linked. So therein comes in our segue for the questions that I have. And I believe that as we're able to answer these questions, define the answers to these questions, it's going to help us to know and understand where we are in our success journey. And it's different for every person. And so the first question is, what does success look like in your mind's eye? When you think about success, when you use your imagination, and you see yourself as being successful, what does that look like? What does that look like? What does success look like in your mind's eye? Not everyone else's mind's eye, but your mind's eye. And then once you get that visual of what success is to you, what you define and decide is success for you, then the question is, have you accomplished it? Have you accomplished that vision that you see in your mind's eye? Second question, what relationship do you have with the vision that you see in your mind's eye that you yourself have defined and decided is success? What relationship do you have with it? Where and what areas are you linked to your success? Have you linked yourself to your success? What areas of your life, based on what you're aiming at, based on what you're purposed for, based on that, have you linked the areas of your life that you consider success? The next question is, where have you associated yourself with success? Are you actively involved in what you envision as success? Or are you on the outside looking in? Are you on the sideline looking in at what you consider, what you define, and what you have decided is success? Are you actively involved in it? Have you associated yourself with it? Okay, then you're going to want to know, what have you done? Listen, what have you done mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, educationally? What have you done socially to connect yourself or have a relationship with what you have defined and decided is success? Are you linked into it mentally? Are you linked into it emotionally? Are you linked into it physically? Are you linked into it from a spiritual aspect? Have you taken the time to educate yourself and develop yourself to link yourself to what you consider success? Mentally, spiritually, all of the major areas of life, financially, have you invested in what you define and have decided is success? Have you invested financially in that? As you can see, I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm enjoying this blog. And so these are questions. Then the next question is, have you taken the time to develop your links, your associations, and your connections with what you have decided and defined is success? And then lastly, when you think about what success is, once you define it, once you defined it, once you decided this is success, this isn't success, then the question is, have you accomplished it? Have you accomplished what you've aimed at? Have you accomplished your reasons and your purpose for aiming at it? These are questions that when you can answer these, you're going to have a barometer. You're going to know how to measure where you are in your success journey. Oh, I'm a third of the way there. I'm part the way there. I'm 3/4 of the way there. I'm there. I've arrived at what I envisioned in my mind's eye as success. So I hope that in listening to this, you're already feeling pressure lifted, because it leaves the determination up to you. Not everyone else. It leaves the determination up to you. And so having said that, I hope that these tips were helpful, and I'm looking forward to getting a phone call from you. If you're feeling after this that you haven't quite reached the point that you were aiming at and you'd like some support and some assistance along the way, feel free to give me a call. My number is 909-312-3555. My website is ExcelsiorLifeCoachCenter.com. I would be so jazzed to have the opportunity to sit with you and talk and help you to define what you consider and what you have decided success is. That's what coaching is all about, to help you to discover, to design, to transition, and to fulfill life's purpose. And so I look forward to hearing from you. 909-312-3555 or visit me on my website, ExcelsiorLifeCoachCenter.com, and let's get coaching.